Hey, Ellen, just how are you feeling and what have the last couple of weeks been like for you?
Yeah, feeling better. Obviously I'm not contagious or nothing, but just still kind of fighting through it. So I mean the last 10 days have just kind of been, trying to get weight back, just getting over being sick.
Next question, Pat Finley.
Alan, tell us more about that. Did this thing knock you down pretty good? And what's your lung or what? How do your lungs feel? You said did you lose weight? What happened?
Yeah, so just obviously, I mean, we've heard kind of all the symptoms. So, kind of a little bit of everything. Being sick with a fever. Losing about 10 pounds. Just kind of, the normal kind of virus or that we've been hearing. So now it's just trying to figure out, where my lungs are at as far as conditioning wise and stuff like that. So, I mean, but it's just been 10 days just trying to, just trying to get better.
Were you Um, were you surprised that it hit you so hard?
No, again, I mean, it's one of those things where, I mean, from everything I've been hearing, it's just, I mean, it can kind of hit guys many different ways, so, I mean, I wasn't surprised, just was trying to figure out what I could do to try to get better, to try to feel better.
Next question, Herb Howard.
What's up, Alan, man? Glad you're getting better.
Appreciate it.
We've heard from Akeem, talking about accepting the reality or at least the possibility that he may not be a Bear next year. Have you allowed yourself to think that this may be your last home game at Soldier Field?
For me, it's just, getting through the next day. I haven't really taken myself, that far as what's next. It's just about, the next day and, going day by day. So again, I mean, although that, might be the reality of it or whatever the case may be, I mean, we don't know what that is like. So, I haven't mentally taken myself there yet. It's just trying to, continue to get through the season and continue to find ways for myself to get better. Now it's about, getting healthy, and things like that.
Talking about the season, if I can just actually maybe for a second to look back, coming into the offseason, everything with the franchise tag, we understood how that worked. Has this kind of been a bit of a worst case scenario in terms of the lack of offensive production as a whole, but also for you individually, and then coming into another offseason with contract uncertainty?
That's not for me to kind of speak on right now. That'll be touched on at some point. But, again, right now it's just about, figuring out how, like I said before, first things first is getting healthy, and then again, same thing that is figuring out how can I be better on the field? How can I do my job to the best of my ability? Whatever that's being asked me or whatever the case may be. So that's where my focus is at, and then further down the line, things like that will be addressed, but, not right now at this moment.
Appreciate you.
Next question, Alex Shapiro.
Ellen, I know you kind of just touched on this, but given the disappointing season, and I know you approach every game giving it 100% and all that, but is there any extra motivation or just a little bit something more on the line last couple games to really end on a high note going into the offseason?
Again, I mean, that's always my main focus is, trying to put together a big game, or big games or whatever's being asked of me, So, again, like I said before, it's just about, again, taking it through these days of practice, fine-tuning my craft, fine-tuning what's being asked of me in the game plan and going out there and executing on Sunday.
Next question, Pat Finley.
Hey, Alan, even from the sideline, can you appreciate what Nick Foles did on Sunday? I feel like we talked all year about how Justin had to learn to play with the starters after not having any snaps with them in the preseason. And now, Nick went out and seemed to do pretty well in that regard, despite what I guess he didn't know he was going to start until Friday.
Man, Nick's a pro. I've gotten a chance to I'm not sure how many games I played with him, but I mean, he's like the microwave, you put him in, he going, he going to heat something up, So, I mean, going out there seeing, I mean, to be honest, that's what I expect from Nick, going out there seeing how he performed, leading the team to a game-winning drive and coming away. I mean, like I said before, go back and look at his resume. I mean, the man has won a Super Bowl. He's a Super Bowl MVP. He has the capability, to come in and get hot at any point in time, So, again, I thought he played a heck of a game, and as teammates, as players, as people who know Nick and who have been around Nick, that's the expectation of him.
But that's really hard to do, right?
No, definitely. Again, I mean, for him, not really having too many reps with guys and stuff like that, being able to come in and hit on some pivotal things, but at the same time, some of the guys like Jimmy Graham, like Moon, some of the other guys that he completed passes to, he has had some reps with guys like that in the past,
Right.
So, and I think, Nick's a football player, he's one of those guys, whether if it's, against Seattle Seahawks in the snow, or if it's at, 7-on-7 in a park somewhere, he going to find some completions and he going to find a way to be able to get some stuff done.
Next question, Mark Grody.
Hey, Alan, I just had another question about your bout with COVID-19. I'm sure you've had colds and flu and stuff like that before, like all of us. Was this the worst that you've ever felt, like in terms of being sick in your life?
Well, for me, I don't really get sick quite that often. Whenever, I do get sick, or for something like this, I think I had the regular flu at some point in time in high school, but again, something that, hits you with, chest congestion and like nasal congestion and stuff like that, always is going to be tough for anybody, especially, having to kind of get yourself back ready to, play a game, losing weight and things like that, it's all factors in it, so again, I'm getting better, I feel better. So, I was just kind of continue to stack these days on top of each other.
Did you have like the sore throat and lose the sense of smell too?
I didn't lose the sense of smell and taste. But as far as, like I said before, all the kind of symptoms, as far as, having kind of like an itchy throat, nasal congestion, chest congestion and stuff like that.
Thank you.
Next question, Colleen Kane.
Alan, kind of along those same lines, what do you have to do to make sure that you're ready to go, that you're able to play in the game on Sunday?
It's just about, from a physical standpoint, getting back, seeing where I'm at conditioning wise, having, kind of, running today and things like that, it was a beast, so just trying to continue to, like I said before, man, trying to continue to stack days on top of each other and continue to improve, but getting back into the groove of things, it hasn't been easy, it's not going to be easy, but, just trying to continue to find a way.